Hello and welcome to Pop Along RC. Today I'm talking to you about some of my favourite FTX cars. Now it has been a busy year for FTX and they have had some fantastic releases. So, where should we start? Well, it's only fair that we start with the FTX Vantage. So, if I have a look here, centre on the shelving, we have my FTX Vantage brushed car. Now, this is the car that pretty much started off the channel when Mark and myself got ourselves some FTX Vantages and we met up with other local guys and started racing FTX Vantages around grass tracks that we put up all over the show. Now, that is where the channel started. But this year we were super excited when FTX announced the release of the FTX Vantage 2.0. Now, chassis-wise, very similar to the original car. One difference that was made is they'd upgraded the ESC, which gives you just a little bit more speed and a little bit more punch. But other than that, this car is as good as the original. Really nice, lovely blue. Now, if you're a fan of the blue, you can get lots of upgrades for the FTX cars. And we've chosen to upgrade this FTX Vantage 2.0 with some of the anodized blue parts, and they are a lot stronger than the plastic and also look really nice. So the FTX Vantage 2.0, a great entry level buggy. However, if that's slightly out of your price bracket, then why not consider this one down here, which is the FTX Comet. How this differs, this is a 1/12 scale buggy, whereas the Vantage is a 1/10 scale buggy. This is 2-wheel drive, whereas the Vantage is 4-wheel drive. And this car will set you back somewhere in the region of about £70. It is a great entry-level buggy. Again, comes with oil-filled shocks, super grippy tyres, and because our channel is all about getting people involved in racing, this is the car we have used at Sunderland Models for our indoor racing sessions, and it has proved to be an extremely popular car. We've got over 25 drivers at Sunderland Models now, and that is a fantastic starter buggy. Now, as I've just mentioned, we do love a bit of racing, so the next car I want to talk to you about is this one here. This is the FTX Banzai, which actually is sold as a drift car. However, if you replace the tyres with some rubber touring car tyres, it is a very capable entry-level touring car for a beginner. We've raced this car up against many TT01, TT02 cars, and it has been very competitive. This now is my son's car, which he is learning his racecraft with, and I'm thinking of upgrading the shell at least, because FTX have just announced the release of a green livery for the FTX Banzai. So it may be that I get myself a brand new FTX Banzai to get racing against my son. Another little car which has been great fun for us, we haven't actually released a video on it yet, but is this. This is one of the cheapest cars that FTX do, and this is the FTX Hooligan Jr. For those rainy days where it's all mucky outside, this is a fantastic choice for some indoor racing. We've used these cars at our holiday camps that we run, RC car workshops at, and it has been extremely popular with the younger kids. As has this one here, which is the Outback Mini. Now we have got lots of these cars, and we've run several rock crawling workshops and rock crawling sessions for the younger kids, and these cars are extremely popular. They go really slow, they're easy to control, all the steering and throttle is fully proportional, so although it might look like a little toy, this is definitely hobby grade RC. If you want to step up with the rock crawling and move on to something a little bit better, we have got this one here, which is the Outback XC, which is a very capable rock crawler, slightly smaller than the 1/10 scale Outbacks. Really nice car. There is another one that sits in between these two, which is the Outback Mini X, which again we've got a few of those cars which we have used during our children's workshop, but I didn't have enough room on the table, so I've only put a few out. So rock crawling wise, there are some fantastic options. I think over here we have got as well the best budget rock crawler there is, and that is the FTX Ravine. This has got 4-wheel steer, so you can steer all 4 wheels. Super travel. The way that the shocks absorb the terrain is absolutely fantastic. This is definitely great for a little walk in the countryside, up over the downs. Very capable rock crawler. Now, you might be able to see from the shelves behind me, I have got 5 or 6 short course trucks on the shelf. Now, I am a big fan of the short course truck, and last year my favourite short course truck was this one here. This is the FTX Torro / Zorro, and it is a very capable short course truck. Fantastic for beginners, but this year FTX did something I was not expecting, and something that I am extremely happy about. They brought out this, the FTX Zorro brushless. Now this is a brushless version, however they've done a lot of changes. They haven't just changed the livery, changed the ESC and changed the motor, they have changed the entire layout of the car. So this car now has got to be one of my favourite cars of the year. I've spent more time running this car than I think most. I think maybe the DR8, because I've had it longer, has probably had more track time than any other car, but this has been unbelievable. I ran it so hard I ended up wearing out the tyres and things like that, which I have recently replaced. On one of our last runs with the Zorro, I drove it to the point of failure, and I pushed this car extremely hard, knowing that I'd already planned to upgrade the car. And that's what I like about the FTX cars as well, is there are lots and lots of upgrades available to you. So if we have a quick look at this car here, which would have started with a plastic chassis, you can now see that that is a fully alley chassis. We've got brushless motor, we've got alley fan and heat sink. This is just a stunning car. The performance of the car was outstanding, and I haven't actually run it properly since we've got the new alley chassis, but I'm expecting big things from this car next year. So have to say, if you can afford it, the brushless Zorro is a fantastic car to make your first RC car. It is quite a bit quicker than the brushed variations. Onto this one here. Now this is the FTX DR8. It is the biggest car that I have in the FTX collection. This car is capable of 60 miles an hour out of the box. Simply add 2 3S batteries or 1 6S battery and you will be able to achieve on the decent road 60 miles an hour. All I would say is, if you are going to be travelling with any RC car at those sorts of speeds, you need plenty of space, because at those speeds these cars eat up the ground very, very quickly. This car I have made a few little alterations to over the year. So if I just take the lid off there, the first thing I did is I have adjusted all of the shock heights, so this car now rides just a little bit lower. Inside here we have got lots of alley upgrades as well. Again, I've been quite abusive with this car. When a car this big and this heavy crashes at 60 miles an hour, it is going to do a little bit of damage. And I have bent the shock towers in the past, so therefore now these have been upgraded to the alley ones. And again, the plastic chassis braces in here have also been upgraded to alley. But this car we've taken out many times, and we've bashed it with the likes of the Traxxas Max, the Armour Vortex, the Sentons and things like that. And this is a super fun, competitive grassroots basher. So that is a summary of some of the FTX cars. Obviously there are more, I could go on forever. We've also got up here the FTX Bugsta, which if you're a fan of the Beetle, that is a must have. And I'm sure there will be lots of cars that I have missed off of this list, but these are some of my favourite. So if it's for indoors, consider some of the smaller cars like the FTX Hooligan Junior or the Outback Mini. If you're into rock crawling, you just want to get into it, you don't want to spend too much money, the Outback XC is a great place to start. If it's buggies and buggy racing, for us, the Comet is a great starting point, but so is the FTX Vantage. Then for road cars, we have got the Banzai, which, as I say, put in some touring car tyres on there, get some nice grippy rubber, that becomes a very capable touring car. Then for your fun bashing around, you can't really go wrong with the FTX Zorro brushless or the FTX DR8. If you've got any questions about any of the cars that I've mentioned in this video, bombard the comments with them and we will see what we can do to answer them. Maybe we can create some more content from your questions. So, until the next time, stay safe peeps.